like a lion. Well, Brian Dunaway is asking us if we're going to. Is there actually going to be a show today?
Yeah, there'll be a show today. Is he doing it?
I'm kidding. He actually just says meeting running long. Might be a few minutes late. 11:35 probably. Perfect. Great.
For
awesome.
us. Yeah, no issues here. We got you. We got you covered. Oh, I didn't realize we were 21 minutes later. All right.
Yeah.
Here goes. All right. Resume. Okay. The show begins in 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to show you how McDonald's builds a Big Mac sandwich. It starts here with a lightly toasted bun, and then a pure beef hamburger, sizzling hot, a slice of cheddar blend cheese, and some crisp, fresh lettuce. Then our own secret sauce, the club slice, toasted, another hamburger, and a little more sauce just for good flavor, crisp dill pickles, and the sesame seed crown.
You may pause the tape now to practice on your computer.
The Morning Stream. Tear out bad wood, put in good wood.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson, and that is Brian Ibbett. Good morning, Brian.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hello. That's what my dad used to do, by the way. Oh, my gosh, look at that.
There's a sneeze coming. I just could not. I was trying to get my hello out before the sneeze.
Do you guys have, we had all that wind, and now everyone sneezes every few minutes here.
Yes,
at the house.
we are sneezing like crazy over here in Colorado land as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this single mountain that divides us. Well, it's a mountain range, but this single mountain range that divides us, sometimes we get to share each other's pollen, wind, rain, snow.
Everything. And if we get Canadian smoke, we make sure to share it with everybody, with you guys too.
That's right.
Would you like some of our Canadian smoke? I will take some of your Canadian smoke too.
That'd be great. Yeah. Thanks, Canada, for all your bullshit. We appreciate it.
That's right.
We're here. We got a show to do. It's Wednesday, and if it feels like a short week, well, it is. We didn't have a show Monday, so, we're really just barreling through it here. Excuse me. And we've got a few things to get through. Today's Recomentals Day. Tom will be here. It's a busy,
I got Feud coming up later.
Yeah, lots of busyness. So we're going to rip right through this
much
stuff. We got a call to start things off with, and it's a bit of a Recomental from a fan, I guess. So I'll just play it, and we'll see if we have some interest in this. Here you go.
I am listening to 2471. I had to pull over. This is Game Blips, or Fred from Wisconsin. There's a trend. So my guilty pleasure Michael Mann movie, if you haven't seen it, you've got to watch Band of the Hand. It's really good. And it's kind of in that peak time of Michael Mann, all like Miami Vice and everything else. So, yeah, love the show. Keep on doing what you're doing. Thanks, guys.
So is it Band of the Hand, I think?
Band of the Hand.
There it is. Band of the Hand, 1986.
Yep.
Stephen Lang, Michael Carmine, Lauren Holly, John Cameron Mitchell, a few others. I don't know a thing about this movie, but I don't either. I love me some Michael Mann business.
Yeah.
But it says it was directed by Paul Michael Glazier.
Right, not by Michael Mann.
So did Michael Mann write this? Did he have anything to do with it?
I'm trying to pull it up. It is something is hanging something fierce for me. Let's try it from IMDb. Yeah, there we go. Weird.
Wikipedia not working?
Wikipedia was not working. It was just hanging. Did I not make enough of a donation?
Yeah, what's going on over there? What's the guy's name? I can't remember. Who's always fighting with Elon Musk? Can't think of his name.
Exactly. I cannot find any connection to Michael Mann.
I think he may have mixed up the deal.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take a look really quick to see movies that Michael Mann. If there's a similar movie, movie with a similar name that Michael Mann has produced.
Good question. Let's see here. 86-ish, so it's Miami Vice-ish time, TV-wise. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I realized I thought I'd seen everything Michael Mann had made, but I haven't seen Ali. I never saw that movie. The Will Smith boxing business.
I can't remember what I thought of it.
Was it good? Was it bad?
That's the thing.
Okay, here's what you got. 81, Thief. Oh, executive producer of Band of the Hand.
Oh, there we go. Executive producer.
Okay. So some connection there. All right. From the makers of Miami Vice, it even says on the poster, but Paul Michael Glazier, who maybe
if we can find that on streaming and add it to an upcoming film sack.
Did you know that Paul... Okay, now we're getting weird. Paul Michael Glazier
Yes.
I don't like saying his name. Best known as his role as Detective Dave Starsky in Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. Yeah. Along with David Soul.
Okay. Well, look at that guy doing shit. Got things to do.
Doing shit. They're currently not quote unquote free streaming anywhere, but it's rentable on Apple TV and Amazon and all those places.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for the
we'll keep an eye out for that one. I'm sure Randy's listening. He'll add that to the list. And
I would like.
Catwoman.
That's a great idea. I would like to register a complaint if I might.
Ooh, please do.
Yeah, let's see if I've got a little something for that. Let's see. We'll do this thing.
Right.
No. There, we'll do that. Here's my complaint.
Okay.
We go to this place once in a while called Aubergine. You probably have them, I'm guessing.
I've never heard of it.
Kind of a chain, but their whole focus is like healthy.
It's just eggplants, right? Why not call it eggplant? Just
I mean,
call
they
it
could.
eggplant.
They sure could, but they don't. Anyway, they have these salad. They make a really good tri-tip salad, which is what I almost always get. And Kim always gets these rice bowl things they make. They're just really good food. And they also make these incredibly good and impossible to stop eating. So don't buy too many of them. These little, I don't know how they're made, but there's these bread balls that have cheese in them.
Ooh.
And then they're baked like that, and they're incredible. They're so good. I don't even know how to explain these. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain these balls. They're so good. And you get one with your meal no matter what. It's just their signature thing. Or you can buy a bag of 6 of them as just a separate side, right?
Think about the size of a hush puppy.
Yeah, a little bigger. But you're on point there about like that. Bigger than a donut hole for sure. But not too big. Anyway, so they're really, really good, and we ordered an extra bag of them because we wanted to take some home to Carter, because she was out doing some stuff. We're like, hey, we'll bring some stuff to Carter when we're done. Went out there just for Kim and I just to have dinner because she's on a plane this morning. She's on her way to Minneapolis to see Wendy and celebrate her daughter's birthday, her niece's birthday.
Nice.
So there's last night we're like, well, let's go out and hang out for a bit before you leave and stuff. So anyway, we get there, and as we do our order, and while we're doing our order, some lady comes kind of busting past us. A customer's like, excuse me. I'm like, well, where are you going? We're in the line here. Where are you headed? She goes up to the front. She goes, I still haven't gotten my bread balls. And the thing to mention about these bread balls is they're always in such demand that when you order them, often they say a new batch in the oven. We'll hurry as quick as we can. They go quick, right?
Yeah.
So they're always running out because they're popular. And she goes, oh, no, they're still in the oven. We're working on them. They'll be done soon. Yours is the first batch out. And she goes, okay, I just thought maybe you forgot. And she goes, no, we got you. She says, okay, I'm just going to be right over there. And she points at her table. I'm just like, oh, my Lord, I hate every second of this. So sucks. So anyway, she goes back. She sits down. And the whole time she's just sort of staring over there, checking her watch, looking over there, just not enjoying her meal. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And so we ordered them when we got up there. And here's 2 things we noticed. One, they bring us our bag and put it on the tray because this batch just came out. And ahead of that, they have a whole other bag for this lady and 2 other people that have been waiting.
Sure.
And one girl hands us our stuff. The other girl is headed toward their table.
Towards the lady, right. Take her bag.
This lady sees me and Kim with our bag.
Did you get it on your tray? Okay.
Yeah, she thinks that's her bag.
Oh, no.
So she gets this face. I'm keeping an eye on her, right? I got a little side eye going because I just know this is going to get weird. And she comes over there, and while pointing at our bag, she goes, this is unacceptable. This right here is unacceptable. You gave that. You told me. And meanwhile, there's a girl literally at her table with her bag.
Probably at her table with her other people.
Yeah. And the manager goes, no, she's right there with your bag. And she turns around and goes, well, it is about time, and then stomps off.
Yeah, because saying, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I guess I overreacted would be too much for this lady. It's like, well, I've got to continue complaining.
Yeah, I was so irritated. I just about threw a big fat double bird right in her face. I didn't do it, but I felt bad for that girl.
Little bread ball on the finger and go, here's your
right.
bread ball.
Yeah, here's your bread. You like this one? Eat it right off my middle finger, lady.
Yeah, exactly.
So we went up and gave a nice tip.
9
and all
locations, all in Utah.
Oh, it's a Utah thing. I didn't know that.
Yep. that you talked
They're very good. If they branch out, you'll all be happy about it because food's
They
great.
look like sweet green. Sweet greens.
Yeah, they're one of those where you go through
Yeah.
kind of a thing, and they say, okay, do you want your panini with blah, blah, blah? And they kind of do it that way. But all the food is knockout great, and those balls are insane. They're cracking a ball. Oh, they're so good.
They look
And maybe that's what
really good.
you know. What I'll judge her behavior a little less harshly, not much, but a little less harshly, because maybe those balls are really addicting, and I understand you wanting your balls. You know, you want them bad.
She's actually starting to sweat. She's got the shakes a little bit.
Yeah. She was going through some stuff over there. So anyway, it was lame, but we enjoyed our meal, and she left before we did, which was fine. And she left a huge mess and didn't take her stuff over to the
I hate
thing.
that.
Yeah. This was she was a challenge, I could tell. And her husband was just like this guy whose head was down the whole time. And I got the feeling while I was around him, as I walked past him, it was like this aura of, I've made a mistake. That's the feeling I got from that guy. Good luck to him. All right. Quick PSA. Pardon our dust, which is a POD. PSA POD. The Discord's going through some changes, the community Discord, and it's all good stuff, but it's going to take a while to sort of suss out and make sense of. But basically, Discord introduced the option to convert your channel or your Discord servers to be community servers. And what that meant effectively, it's actually it's not as much change as you think, but it basically means that in addition to the text channels, which are just chat channels, right? That's really what those are, just chat channels.
Yeah.
It now supports forums and like some other sub stuff, like, oh, I can go create a forum post about a thing, and so instead of your chat getting lost in the mess, you have an actual topic people can go to and talk about it. So they basically embedded forums into Discord. And some other features as well, but
yeah, it's cool. It is taking me a little while to get used to. I'm trying to figure things out, and also I don't, basically you have to. I think you have to, if you want to follow a forum, as far as I can tell, you have to put a message in them, and then it'll start lighting up, highlighting when new things are added to that. You know how you'd get, like you would go from being gray to white, bold, and you'd be able to say, oh, something new just got posted in such and such channel. If you post something in there, then you'll start getting notifications.
Yeah, and it's basically a replacement for the horrible threading system they used to do. Although I guess you can still do threads, but no one ever uses those. But yeah, you're right. There is a way to overall, like if you click on the group forum, and then you can see all the stuff in a shot, and then start contributing or add your own. So it's just there's just some different stuff. Some people hate change, and I understand that. But also, we're not taking away the text channels. So if you wanted to just stay in the chat channel of whatever channel it is, let's say you're in the core group and you just want to be at #core-chat and never leave, you're good. It works the way it always did.
Still in the right place, yeah. Exactly.
But if you want to have these deeper dives, like they did a Nintendo Direct core forum post that everybody hopped into this morning during the live Nintendo Direct, and that was really fun to see because there's tons of conversation in here that we otherwise wouldn't have sort of isolated in its own conversation.
Exactly. And then if somebody said, hey, what's the name of that game that Bill Duran always talks about? All that stuff would go right out of view.
Exactly. Yeah. You're absolutely right. So instead of it being, it's just a combination of two things. Is it kind of unwieldy? Yes. Is Discord always unwieldy? Of course it is. That's one of its hallmarks. It's always been a bit of a nightmare, but Tanner in particular is doing a ton of work on this, and hats off to him for doing the brunt of it. But anyway, just letting you know, pardon our dust a little bit.
It's not even really a complaint. It's just, hey, this is the way I've always been used to it. I now have to have a wider window because I keep it in a little narrow. You know how I organize my screen? Big window, little windows. The narrow window, like the forum things get lost under the forum thing. So if I want to switch to a forum, I have to close, come back in, and then click
I see what you're saying. So there is a way to do. There's a way to have it shift over. Mine's shift over.
Once I add a post, then now I get it in the sub menus, and I can do that. So the ones I follow, the forums that I want to check out, I can just do that for.
Gotcha.
So it's not a big deal. And kudos to Tanner for sending all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
thank you, Tanner, once again for helping me work this through. Also, everybody who hates it, again, your text channels are all there. It's all good. Oh, another benefit. The stages are really cool. So instead of, not that we're going to ever have 10,000 people in a couch party or anything else, but stages work differently in community than they did when they were just rooms where you'd go into. They had a cap of like 25 people before. Now it's like 10,000 or something.
Jeez.
Can go in there, and they don't. And it got rid of the sounds where you log. When people come in, it doesn't make a bunch of noise, and when they leave, it doesn't make a bunch of noise. These are like legitimate. It's like a legitimate one person talks, and anybody can be in there to listen or watch or whatever. So there's a bunch of other things like that we're gonna dink around with. But
cool. Oh, I can't wait to see this week for Couch Party how that all looks.
Yeah, it should be good. So if you are at all curious about any of this and you haven't joined yet, join our community Discord over at frogpants.com/Discord, and we would love to have you there. Okay. Cool. Now this.
Yes.
Dunaway probably done with his meeting. I don't know. Is he?
I hope so. He hasn't messaged back to say that he's done, but let me see if he. Oh, he's in the game, so I think that's a good sign.
Oh, that's a great sign. That gives me hope, Brian.
Yeah, me too.
That he's going to pop in here and be a part of this. Although we're getting the rings of ringage and no rings of speakage. Yep. We'll give that a minute. Boy, I wonder if Daryl knows the impact he had on the rings of ringage. I wonder if he knows.
I mean, it's like the Love the Show, though, lady. You know, how she may have no idea what long-lasting effect she's had on the goings-on here.
The only person that knows truly the effect of their meme probably is I Don't Like Bees from Ann Arbor.
Yes, he absolutely.
Because he listens, right? He still checks the show out.
He still listens, and I think he's even left follow-up messages that maybe even reference the I don't like. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all true.
Paging Mr. Dunaway. Mr. Dunaway.
That's
please
right.
Come to Discord.
No answer yet. Let's try ringing him again. Maybe we're screwed. Don't know. His meetings are often volatile and difficult to master. I'll tell you what, though, while we're doing this, one of you needs to ping me in Discord so I can add you as a guest today. You'll win prizes if you do. I'll take the third person. All you have to do is send me a private Discord message right now and be ready to talk on mic. No video needed. You don't have to do anything fancy. You just pop in there. Oh, there's Dunaway right now. We still need that person, though. We still need our competitors. So keep those coming. Here's this. Hey, look who it is. Brian Dunaway joined us for Tadpully Feud for a Wednesday. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. How's it going?
Good. How was your meeting?
Ooh.
Was your meeting?
It was fine, but I'm not late because of the meeting.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, why were you late? What happened? Taking a shit?
No, actually, the meeting ended okay, and then I rushed home. This is what I do every day. I rushed home so I could get on the call, and so I walked to the house, and the cat, he's on the kitchen table, and I'm like, okay, we got to break this habit. He just started doing this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, okay. You can't be on my kitchen table. No, thank you. Gross. And so I can't get any help around the house. People also shooing the cats. It's like nobody else cares. I'm like, I care. I don't want that.
Of course you care.
Like,
you care. You have
but why? And it's like, okay, well, so I was like, I walked through the door and I'm like, hey, get off the table. Get off the table. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm getting off the table. And I'm like, oh, look at that. You left some stupid cat hair behind. And I was like, that's why I wiped my hand to just kind of like knock it off. And nope, wasn't hair. It was shit. That's right. My cat had picked up, I guess, whenever he was in the litter box. He's a long-haired cat, so I guess he must have had some on his butt or foot or whatever.
So he basically kind of painted the table with long strands that looked like hair, but were really
smeared it across the table, and it's all over my hand. And I'm just
oh my gosh! Yeah. This all happened while we were calling you. Stuff. Like while we called you were dealing with this?
The phone's in the background. Bing, 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 bing. And I'm like, I'm coming. I'm having a bad time.
Yeah, you are. Well, I hope you had time to sufficiently sanitize your hands at the least.
I took some freaking Lysol wipes and I'm like spraying alcohol. I got my little epoxy alcohol 99% spray in my hand. Yeah. I'm like, oh God, dear Jesus.
Yeah. That's gnarly. Well, I'm glad you're good.
We can hear you, Win Magus.
Oh, hi, Win Magus. Hi. We normally.
Yeah, I can hear. I'm just trying to get it on my headphones.
Oh, you're fine. You're today's third caller, by the way. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Huzzah!
Yeah, huzzah to the shopkeep. Well done. Hey, let's get to it then. Hey, Dunaway, while you think about your stinky fingers, let's get over to Ibit here. We'll explain the rules and how Win Magus may walk away a winner today. What's going on?
Yeah, don't eat nachos for lunch. Hey, it's time to play the Tadpully Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. When Vegas, your call is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Chris Tales and Orbital Racer on Steam.
Both great games. Those are excellent games.
Chris Tales, a little love letter to JRPGs, and Orbital Racer, flying through space racing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Awesome games.
Well, I just got me a computer this week, so.
Oh, nice. Well then, but this couldn't have been more wonderful timing. This is great.
Congratulations. All right, well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Boy, this one was a fun one to organize, and so I might be fairly generous. We'll see how we do here.
You're always a generous lover.
I am a very generous lover, yes. 372 Tadpoolers responded, but 4 of them said, I don't know. Hands on buzzers. What grossed Scott out the most?
No, son of a butthole.
What grossed me out the most was fingers.
You don't get to just press the buzzer.
No, I got it. I
heard the question.
I have it. The fingers in the mouth. Fingers in the mouth.
Show me fingers in the mouth.
Son of a
Written
bitch.
exactly like you said it, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You've got control. No other answers can beat it. That is the number one answer.
You guys know me, man. That well done on the number one there.
Yes. We'll see how well the Tadpool knows the rest of you.
All right.
All right. So you've got control of the board, and you've got Win Magus to help you out.
Win Magus, anything jump into your head that would gross me out in a film or a thing or anything?
You have an issue with like kissing and bad breath.
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't want to kiss people who've been, garlicked up or drinking coffee all day or whatever.
Oh, really? Garlic doesn't bother me. I can see bad coffee, but garlic just kind of stays garlic the whole time, right? It doesn't get worse.
Well, yeah, but unless you're in it. Like, let's say you both had a ton of garlic.
You both better have garlic.
Yeah. If you're only one does, freaking F that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, but you know what? I like the answer.
What pairs nicely with garlic? Anything? So maybe drink a little red wine, maybe for yourself, and then
red wine, little pasta.
Yeah,
a little pasta before you make
out. Give me a kiss.
Yeah. All right, I'll go. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it.
Let's go down the breath aisle. Show me anything breath related. Yeah, bad breath, vomit breath, milk breath. I combined all those into one.
Oh. Milk breath. Someone's remembering my Jennifer Aniston rant. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Many people actually mention Jennifer Aniston specifically in their response.
I still feel a little bad about putting her out there like that. But anyway, whatever. All right, let's think. What else? How about when someone's nose is whistling? That grosses me out. I've talked about it a couple of times, but when they're like, when you breathe in or out, I hate that.
Yeah.
So is that on,
right.
on there?
Okay.
I don't like this response. This sounds bad. I think I'm going to lose. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Show me nose whistling. I'm going to again give it to you. Boogers.
Boogers.
Or
boogers.
Eating
Enclosed
of boogers.
eating.
Yes. Boogers and eating of boogers.
All right.
So no stuff. I got you.
No
stuff. Yeah.
I could have just combined all those into nose stuff.
No, this is good because now I think I understand that we can say things like blank stuff. Yeah.
I think I've got one, but I don't know that it's going to be in the top 10.
Okay.
I feel like earbuds on the wiener is probably listed, even if it's not top 10.
Well, okay, so let's suss that out. I feel like you're right. Are we in the right time frame? It's such an old TMS reference. I wonder who's heard it. But you know what? I feel good about it. Wiener earbuds. Yeah. Wiener earbuds, Brian.
All right. Show me wiener earbuds.
Oh, come on. That was a good one.
Yeah. It's a good one. And I basically combined anything referencing wiener into one man wiener category, and that was number 18.
Right. Number 18. Well, that's good because I'm not that grossed out by man wieners. They're fine. They're fine. I mean, all of us right here, right now, have one. It's fine. Yeah, they exist. Yeah. It's just when people
stop thinking about my man wiener.
It's when people do weird things with them that I struggle with. So
yeah,
what do you classify as weird?
Can you see our post in the Discord here? Do you see shot of Iggy Pop?
I did see that.
Yeah,
right.
See that man wiener? I gotta crop that one down and spread it far and wide.
Disturbed.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's so bad, yeah.
all right.
Over to you, Brian. What
Well,
gross got out the most?
There's two things that Scott always seems to bring up that I remember. But I don't always listen to TMS, so sometimes the Tadpully gets a little more of that than I do because I'm doing stupid stuff during that time.
Of course.
Yes. But Scott often complains about feet stuff on the
that's a
film
good
sack.
one,
Yeah, I don't like the feet in the face and
Close
get
up,
that wiener out of my face, dude.
The whole
Yeah.
Tarantino thing.
Yeah,
Right.
not
Salma
a
Hayek. Yeah.
feet are gross. You're absolutely right. This is a good call.
All right. Show me your feet.
Show me your feet. Better yet, don't show me your feet.
Number 2 answer. Feet.
Yeah. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum out there, okay, everybody? I think feet are gross. I'm not telling you how to think, all right? I just think feet are gross. All right, Brian, you're on a run here. What else you got?
Scott does seem to have an oral fixation thing, like boogers eating, bad breath, fingers in the mouth. So I feel like it's got to be, when I think he thinks about feet, I think he probably thinks about sticking them in his mouth. He's like, maybe that's what it grosses
Well,
him
I
out.
didn't.
But,
just so there aren't words in my mouth that I didn't say. I didn't say
Right.
boogers eating at all. I said whistling
the Tadpole
nose.
said that.
Yeah, they did, and I don't know why.
That's how
I
we
mean,
see you.
It is gross.
Eating boogers.
It is gross, but it's not a fixation that I don't think
Did you
about.
tell a story at one point of like a little kid that like you saw at one point eating a booger, pulling a booger out of his nose and then eating it or something?
Maybe, probably.
Enough people said it that it could have just come out of nowhere.
And we've all had kids. We've had to tell them to get your finger out of your nose. You know, it's a thing. It's a deal.
All right. So you're saying
I'm saying that it's going to be mouth stuff. I think it's whenever an actor freaks out on film sack and spits all over somebody, he has a problem with that usually. It's like sometimes that's the gross thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fair point. You might have to get lumpy with this one, but yeah, I do. I really don't like those.
Yeah.
Is that too vague?
It's a little too well. It doesn't fit the things that I pared things down to.
Okay, that's fine. I can choose something else.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Reword it. Take some stuff out, put some stuff in. I don't care, but give me something else. I'm not gonna give you a strike. Let me give you another chance.
Yeah.
I think Scott has a problem with big nipples.
What? Do I?
I'm just saying he's mentioned it a couple of times. He's very fascinated with nipples, and the larger they are, the more disturbed he seems
I don't
to
like.
be.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like big roided out pokey ones, like the guys who get all roided up and then their nipples stick out like 3 inches. Those guys, I don't like that.
Yeah,
you're right. This is a good one.
All right,
I like it.
Okay.
Dinner plate size nipples. Nipples.
And okay. And he can't not lie. All right, show me. I really got to rephrase the way I'm doing the show me here.
Yeah.
If it's on the board, please show me the tile that contains big nipples.
No.
Oh,
that's a shame.
No, surprisingly, not even. I don't see any.
No
Any
nipple
big
reference.
nipples in even the.
Maybe that's me then. Maybe I'm thinking of me that has the nipple problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might. You have a nipple problem. You heard it here first, everybody.
All right, back over to Win Magus and Scott. What else you got?
Has anything popped in your head, Win Magus, since we last spoke, you and I?
No, but we have this chat here that has some great answers.
Oh,
Rainbow Bright suggests vomiting or smacking mouth.
I do not like either of those.
Stuff.
I'll bet that because of my barf. I'll bet because of the barf streak conversations we're always having that I haven't puked since 2005. I clearly hate it because there's been times where I should have and still didn't. I would err on the side of that. Let's say barfing, Brian.
Barfing.
Yeah.
Show me barfing. Again, maybe don't show me barfing, but yeah, number 4 answer on the board.
Show me a barfing.
Yeah.
I really am I have something in my physiology just refuses to let me puke. I don't know what it's about, but it's weird.
And it's but then it's also like the going up and talking to somebody right after you puke, like a movie where somebody pukes right after.
Oh, and then they go, now they're making out somehow or talking. Oh, jeez, I hate that so much. That should be number 1, by the way.
It's number 5. That's vomit breath, right?
I do see another fantastic one.
What do you got?
Okay, all right.
Red Link says airplane toilets, but I think public bathrooms in general.
That's good.
Got out.
No, that's good. I don't like them. I avoid them. That's good.
Okay.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Show me airplane bathrooms, public toilets. One of those.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
too bad.
it was number 11 was airplane bathrooms. So it was the very next thing was airplane.
That's a surprise to me, and we talk about those a lot. I really hate public bathrooms.
I know.
so.
Yeah. When we have all the answers revealed here, it'll be interesting to talk about what made it on the list and what didn't. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going with strings of spittle.
Strings of Spittle. Like the new orchestra album.
Yeah.
All right. Just show me Strings of Spittle.
Oh!
Yeah, number 6.
There you go.
Specifically like the kiss, post-kiss string of spit connection between the kisser's lips.
I do hate that.
Most exemplified by Sarah Michelle Gellar and Salma Hayek, Selma Blair in Confession?
True Condition.
True Conditions.
True confession of a condition.
Ask your doctor
conditional,
if True Conditions are right for you.
Conditional confection. Real quick here. The new Guardians movie, which I still haven't seen. I want to in theaters before it leaves. There is something that grosses me out about that movie, and I've only seen it in the trailer. And this will tell you a lot about me, I think. And spit, because spit is gross. Mm-hmm. There's a scene where it's kind of a close-up of Chris Pratt screaming. I don't know what he's upset about.
Oh, he's crying.
Yeah, so he's crying and his mouth's kind of wide open and he's going
crying and yelling. Yeah.
And that shot has 2 big old wobbly spit strings hanging in his mouth that are like wobbling to the sound. It's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible. Of all the Chris's, you're now the grossest. Quit doing that.
I'll bet when you see that movie, you don't, in that scene, you don't even think about it.
Okay, good. That's good to know. No spoilers, everybody. No spoilers.
Okay. I'm waving now, Claire. You can unmute.
Oh,
Claire,
she thinks she.
Oh my god.
Does she ever actually see films in the first 9 years of their making?
She plans on seeing everything, and she doesn't want to be spoiled for when she eventually sees a thing.
All right,
we're waving, Claire. We're done.
We're done. I would say public pools would be a good one. Cool. I don't like those, even though I was literally in one the other day, but I still think they're gross.
Yeah, Brian, it is Brian's guest.
Oh shit! I thought it was our turn. Sorry, my bad. You so nailed the spit thing that I lost all track.
I answered that one. It's all about Scott today, so that's fine. I get it. It's all about you. It makes sense.
That's right.
It makes sense.
That's right.
That's a good answer. I hate to steal Scott's public pools, but Scott doesn't like that, does he?
No. I'll get in here and there, but I'm not. I always think about it.
Right.
They're people soup. It's people soup. Same with public jacuzzis or hot tubs.
Right.
Foul.
I think Scott hates a really wrinkly elbow. Like, it really grosses him out. He's like, ugh, look at all those wrinkles in that elbow.
I'll tell you after Brian checks it whether that's true or not.
Right.
All right.
I won't tell you yet.
Show me a wrinkly elbow. No, not even in the answers that didn't make it on the board.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from. I have no problem with elbows. They don't bother me at all.
Well, I'll see if let me look. Let's Google search ugly elbows and see if our gross elbows. How about that? Oh, let's do that.
I do have this problem with them being called weenuses, like the real name for the.
Yeah,
that's a stupid name and it grosses me out.
It is, yeah.
And I've seen some big enough where you could put a zipper in it and make a change purse out of it, but that doesn't mean they don't gross me out. I just think they're just a funny part of the human anatomy.
They are. Poorly named funny part of the human body.
You can push a nail through those things and you won't feel it. You know, it's crazy.
I'm not going to do that.
No, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but
yeah,
the pain centers.
I'd feel it. I bet I'd feel it a lot.
You'd feel it. There's just no pinch it as hard as you can. It's just there's no nerves in there.
By the way, I love their song "Teenage Dirtbag." It's so good.
Weenus, and their one-hit wonder. Yeah,
one-hit wonder Weenus.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, so you got that wrong. Did you say public pools?
I didn't say public pools. I wasn't going to take it. It was just too easy.
What a nice friend you are. I'm going to say public pools, Brian.
All right. Show me public pools.
Yes.
Oh,
damn, I'm surprised by that. Wow.
That's third strike, Brian. So here's the deal. You're 11 points behind. You'd need to get a couple of these almost
No
any
problem.
2 answers will win it for you, or steal the prizes away from Win Magus. But
Or you could fill out the board and win everybody.
or you could run the board. It's true.
It's up to you there, man.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I got to answer. So Scott's always talking about the mouth smacking, but he actually said it before. He talked about it a little bit. I can't remember if he said it or not. I'm gonna go with the
Mouth smacking.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah smacking.
Brian also
All right.
not a fan of that, by the
Oh,
way.
I am so not a fan. Just even you doing that, I felt
Right,
like
just
I
even
need
pretending.
to,
I'm gonna
I need
smack
to mute and have Scott wave when you're done.
Yeah. Yep. Pull it.
Yeah,
You
no.
got to pull a
Any-
Claire.
Like eating during a podcast is if I could do a TED talk. that
Oh
would- that would
God,
be-
I can't. I hate so much with food commercials where they just get
Oh,
right
yeah.
in the microphone, especially eating hamburgers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God.
It's
Oh
worse.
my
It's
God.
worse in movies because they don't hold back in movies. They have whole scenes around
Because it
lunchtimes.
becomes a
and-
plot point all
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
sudden.
I hate that.
All right, show me smacking.
Oh, I'm
No,
shocked
and I'm
by
trying
that.
to figure out like what mouth smacking. Some of it came up, and we may. I'm glad Win Magus won, because I think well, there may be some arguments about some of these things.
Uh-oh.
So let's go to let's see what else is on the board here. Number 3, licking
Yeah,
anything.
that makes
like
sense. That's true.
just
Oh.
putting a tongue right up somebody's face or down
Yeah.
their chest, as we saw
Oh, God,
recently
that is the
in
worst.
Yeah.
some movie.
Up
Licking
the,
somebody's
up
face
the
is
side of the
absolute
face, like that Jason Statham
Ugh.
thing we watched. I cannot deal
Yeah.
with
I
that.
hate that. Ugh.
Yeah.
We
And
just,
he's
I just watched something where a kid put his mouth right on a bus window.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's great. Oh, bus windows are the worst.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it, dude! Hand, foot,
Yeah.
mouth immediately. You're gonna walk out of there with the worst face. It's the worst idea. Don't do
That's
it.
right. All right, number 7 goes very specific. Spoiled yogurt soda.
Oh, that is very
What?
specific.
I don't know. Is that a TMS reference?
No.
That is a
Nerdtacular.
Nerdtacular reference when Hammond brought us all
Oh God, that sounds
this
terrible,
yogurt
though.
soda,
Yeah,
and he gave us the bottle that apparently needed to be refrigerated and wasn't.
that was a
Uh,
2015 ordeal, and Dunaway was not not one, so that's why you don't
It's
remember
not,
that.
you're not there, so yeah.
Yep.
All right, number 8 is a combo. Poop, bow, lake pooping, and poo bag. Anything with
Late pooping.
Yeah, poop's gross.
I did think about poo bag, but I didn't. But if it's combined with poop and bow lake pooping, that does make sense that it'd be in the top 10.
Yep,
yeah,
for sure.
bow.
You know what, Bo?
you're
Bo's
right.
funny
The
because.
whole bus window thing was across the Spider-Verse. Never mind. I was.
Oh, is that where you saw? That's where you and Tina saw a kid do it.
That's
Yeah.
where we saw it. Yeah.
That was actually pretty great. Because didn't someone in the movie say, "Don't do that"? No, don't do that.
Yes.
I think Miles did. I think Miles Morales said that.
I think
Anyway.
Miles like, don't do that. Don't put your mouth on there. Don't do that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Claire, it's not a spoiler.
That
Okay,
is not a spoiler.
If the movie is ruined for you because of that, then I will refund your ticket price.
Yeah, I'll pay for you to go.
Your weird Irish Lucky Charms money. Is it? Do you pay with yellow moons, pink hearts, or
Green-
purple
uh,
rainbows?
Green
Red
clovers.
clovers.
Is the easiest one.
Yeah.
All right,
green
Red
clovers.
clovers.
Hold on a second. Did you say green clovers are the easiest one for the Irish to use? That's the easiest.
No, it's the easiest one for you to guess.
Oh. Either way, I love that. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Hold on. I'm telling Claire, yes, we're done. Oh, I'll wave.
Oh, she wants a wave. All right.
She didn't hear any of us basically spending the last 2 minutes yelling at her about her movie, about her money,
Yeah.
about Irish money.
Sure.
All right, let's go to number 10. And this one I'm going to take issue with because it's less Scott, more me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Oh
not me at all.
yeah. But y'all talk about it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, when we
People
tried it on the
thought that-
show, I kind of did it okay, but Brian did not.
You can get it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, no, it's me, thick and liquid. You 11 people who put that in there. Let's go down the rest of these because oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. The word moist, yeah.
Oh,
number
yeah.
12.
Good one.
Bodily fluids just as a whole. So that's why I was wondering. Kind of the smacking might fall in there. Number 14, Donald Trump. Number 15, eating bugs. Number 16, sharing VR headsets. Number 17, bird nest drink. Number 19, Clamato. Really, it's just when a donut is being dunked in the Clamato. Let's see. AI art.
Yeah.
Avatar tail. Baby shit. Bum cheese.
Bum cheese?
I could have put that under poop, really.
Why is bum cheese on there? I just say bum cheese a lot. It's
Yeah,
not
well, one person
Maybe that
thought
grosses them out, and they think of you.
a navel lint, colonoscopy, animal crackers in the belly button. Sure.
Yeah.
Dirt in the salad. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all like
See.
personal stories.
Very specific footprint in the burger. What?
Yeah. Sorry. What'd you say, Win Megas?
Oh,
I said stepped on steaks, but I think it might have been foot in the burger.
Oh yeah. Foot in the burger. That was it. Yeah, that's totally it.
Let's see. Maggots. Matt shooting stuff out of his nose.
Yeah.
Mayo. Naked people trapeze. Yeah, it's very specific, but yeah, that's
Also,
true.
mayo's fine. That's a jury problem. He hates
That's
it.
a jury problem. Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Q's crusty space hand. Oh, a lot of people said versions of something you find in Resident Evil, but not enough to make it in the list. Let's see.
Every square inch of Resident Evil 7 would have applied.
It's just gross. Yeah,
It's gross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The end scene in Bone Tomahawk. I'm not familiar with that.
Oh my gosh, he's not wrong. It is. Movies don't usually get under my skin because I know it's all fake, right? But that thing in Bone Tomahawk, if you've never seen that movie, it will not spoil that moment. But holy shit. Unbelievable thing.
Really?
Yeah. You just have to see it.
And finally, one person just put yes. What grosses get out the most? Yes.
Oh, so like all things, really, is what they're
All of
saying.
it.
All of it.
Well, here's the good news about all of that.
Congratulations. You're a
the
winner.
That means Win Megas has won, and I couldn't be happier about that because
Yes.
you got this new PC and you got these games to play on it now. Win Megas, how do you feel about your victory?
Thrilled.
Yeah.
It adds to my orange box collection.
Oh, that's good. That's all.
That's on my Steam.
That's all you got on Steam is your orange box. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
I feel like giving
now
you more codes.
have more.
Yeah, and these are both good additions, and also made in the same decade, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Orange Box is still great. Hey, Dunaway, so Win Megas, go enjoy your stuff. Brian will send you these directly via Discord, so watch for that.
Did.
Oh, look at this efficiency. It's insane.
See, it's so easy now with this setup. It's like beep, bop, borp, and,
Yep.
and they've got the games.
And they're done. Congratulations. Dunaway, tonight, you and I, at about 4 p.m. Mountain Time, instead of the usual 3:30, because I have a late DTNS thing, we'll be doing Play Retro. We're talking all about Panzer Dragoon and its history.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, on the Sega Saturn from Panzer Dragoon to Panzer Dragoon 2 and then Panzer Dragoon Saga, which I never played any of these games, but I've had a lot of fun learning about this past week. On-rail shooter, the first couple of ones, and then one kind of does an RPG thing.
A little bit. Yep. And it was pretty inventive for its time.
Yeah, and and it's the one that nobody ever thinks about when you talk about RPGs because this franchise kind of lived and died on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah. It was a real attempt by Sega to change everything, and it didn't really work, but it's still a
didn't.
really fun discussion. We're going to have that tonight at 4 p.m. Mountain at frogpants.tv or wherever you get your podcast. Just look for Play Retro. Dunaway, go clean the rest of your cat poop up, will you? Will you do that?
Maybe another.
No,
hand
you're
wash.
sure.
Bye now. All right. Well, there he goes. We're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, Tom Merritt will join us. We'll have a little tech time, and we'll do some recommendals after that. But we can't do any of it until this big, giant, fat song gets in our way. Brian, what do we got?
Yes, sir. We're going to go to New Zealand for this one, and a performer by the name of Jamie McDell. She's a New Zealand award-winning singer-songwriter. She's gold certified, and she's got a brand new EP out. Rolling Stone says the true stunner is McDell's unforced voice. Billboard says the New Zealander enchants with airy vocals and confessional lyrics. I say this is really good, and if you like Lana Del Rey or Billie Eilish or even some Adele, you'll like this. I love it. This is the song. This is the title track from the new EP from Jamie McDell. It is called Beach House.
We at ViaGraphics would like to thank you for choosing our company for your computer training needs.
Remember, if you plan to learn Word for Windows 95 or any other software, there is no better way than through video training with ViaGraphics.
Clean house. We're here to clean house.
And we've returned. Hey, Brian, I really like the sound of what you described in that song, so maybe tell me who they were one more time.
Okay, that's Jamie McDell, McDell, like dude, you're getting a McDell, and a brand new song title track from her new EP called Beach House.
Fantastic. That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pull Tom Merritt in here, and how do we know?
Yeah,
because
we should totally do that.
This little thing's going to play right here.
The world of tomorrow will be as cold as sunlight tuned through photochromic windows.
Come back to reality, Tom.
Come back to reality, Tom.
I like that.
Changing it up a little today. Tom Merritt, everybody. He is joining us as he does every Wednesday to talk about the goings-on in the world of tech, and today is no different. Tom Merritt, welcome back to TMS. How are you?
Oh, it's wonderful to be back. How are you both?
Oh, man.
You know,
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
What grade would you give it, Brian, your day? You know? Like, how would you...
I mean, so far, I'd give it an A. I mean, it's an A day.
I'll give it an A as well. Yeah. Partly because later I get to be on DTNS, and I love being on there. So, you know.
Yay.
I'm not just yanking your chain either. I really do enjoy it.
Well, you know, the other thing that you're nice enough to do is once a month you stick around after DTNS and we record the bonus show that goes to patrons where we look at news that's 10 years old.
Yeah. It's a wild time, too.
Wow. It's been 10 years since that thing, or that was happening 10 years ago and it's still happening. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a really, I don't know how to explain it. It's one of the only things I get to participate in where that kind of perspective gets bounced around, and it's good to do once in a while just to realize, because 10 years feels like nothing to guys our age, which is like a big deal. It's a decade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you really look at it and go, oh my gosh, really? We were doing that to get our email then? Or we were doing this we thought this service was going to be the thing or whatever. It's always fascinating. So do check that out if you're a patron over there. And if you're not a patron, you should be. Tom, what's cooking today for today's show?
Everybody wants to sell you something.
Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that.
And I'll tell you if you pay me.
Okay.
No. So
we're no different.
Patreon has launched free trials and paid downloads.
Oh.
So the paid downloads part is what I'm paying attention to here, which is the ability to say to patrons like, hey, you're supporting the thing in general, but if you want to buy this individual item, you know, we'll give you a discount on it. So maybe you're an author, right? And you sell your ebooks for $20. You could sell them to your patrons for $10 right through Patreon, where you already have a relationship with them and stuff like that. Discord also doing one-time purchasable digital products or subscriptions sold by the server owners, which you can access through your Discord server. So everybody's creating little shoppies.
Yeah.
Now, are they setting it up so that you can also, like, let's say, I want to sell something, but through Patreon, but not to, basically I want them to pay for access to a specific post, but they're not patrons. Is there a way to do that? To say, okay, you know, here's a post with a download on my Patreon. You're not a patron, but you can still access this post and this download if you pay $5.
Yeah. If a creator wants to sell a tutorial they recorded, but wants the rest of their content to remain free, they'd still be able to monetize their work. Patreon would take a 5% cut from those transactions.
Okay.
5's not
interesting.
bad. I thought that was going to be higher, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
The Discord thing is interesting. We just moved our entire server to be a community server.
Yeah.
For some people makes no difference, but for others who want forums and other capabilities, those
we've
are
been
nice.
doing forums on Sword and Laser and Daily Tech News Show both, and it's really helpful in Sword and Laser.
I like it a lot. It's a bit of a change for some, so we're getting used to it. But the announcement of this for Discord is interesting because you know, giving server owners, which is a funny thing to call them, they're really just using Discord and have a server, and then they have enough people joining it that they can now say, hey, I want to charge you for things. I thought about what that would mean for us, and it's actually kind of hard for me to get my head around it. So I'm curious to see what real world examples end up being. Like what kind of, I guess it's access to certain groups you couldn't get access to before. I don't know what else. I don't know what else they're going to use that for. So the Discord one is maybe the most interesting to me because it feels like the most interesting implementation. Just from a news perspective, it seems more interesting to me. Whereas the Patreon one makes sense to me. It's actually a little shocking that it took them this long to come up with some of these implementations. But the Discord one's a little bit of a head scratcher, and I don't mean it in a negative way. I just don't know what the use case is yet.
Yeah, I mean, it goes along with subscription tiers, so you can now have sell different access to your Discord. So people can pay directly to get into your Discord,
right?
Instead of what we're doing, like for Daily Tech News Show, where if you're a patron, then you get access to the Discord,
right?
And then there's the downloadables I mentioned, and something called server shops, a home for server owners to sell all of that stuff: server subscriptions, downloadables, premium roles. You can create media channels designed to host subscriber-only content. It's basically saying, look, here's your community. If you want to have a Patreon-like experience on that community, you can do that without having to use Patreon.
So what makes sense to me is servers like ours would benefit from this maybe even more directly than servers that aren't already Patreon locked. In other words, if you have a Patreon role that says, hey, you're now in our Discord, and that's the only way you get in is by being a patron. Oh, and now we've got all these other sub options on the server.
Yeah, you kind of don't need this.
You kind of don't need it or want it. It'd be weird to do it. But I think the servers that are sort of open to everybody, like the Frog Pants one, and there's others. There's probably some argument for where you'd want to implement this in there, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that would be for us, and I'm not. This isn't me going, I can't wait to nickel and dime you people for being in there. That's not what I'm saying.
That's been the negative reaction to the Discord thing in particular. Is like, here we go, the nickel and diming of Discord. What a bummer! They're just making everybody money grubbing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, everybody's getting their subs somewhere, I suppose. Well, it's interesting.
Your community just wants to make that bag.
That's right. So, talking about it at length today on DTNS will be a whole lot of fun, as always. I look forward to it, as we always do. Anything else going on you'd like to mention before you go today?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it last week too, but we're getting closer and closer to getting Molly Wood on the regular on Daily Tech News Show, thanks to people signing up for Patreon. So if you've been thinking, oh right, I meant to do that, get in there, because we need to get just about 400 patrons into the tent in the next 8 days, and we can do it. I have no doubt we can do it. We've got people joining up right and left. But if you haven't done it yet and you'd like to support Daily Tech News Show and our independent, we're kind of the only fully independent self-run daily news program in the technology space, get in there and help us out. Patreon.com/DTNS.
Yeah, turn Molly Wood into Molly Will.
Yeah.
See,
wow.
You just need me on the marketing team, and you'll
kidding,
breeze,
right? Why didn't I call you first?
You'll breeze right past those 400 subs. It'll be no problem. Tom Merritt, everybody, Ace Detect on Twitter, and check out Daily Tech News Show today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll have a whole lot of fun on there. Tom, have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you
Thanks,
soon.
you too.
Bye now.
Bye.
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 All right. Brian, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time to do Recomentals.
Woo-hoo.
And let me tell you, do we have stuff to recommend today from all of us?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
everybody's here today, I think.
You're going to want to get a pencil and paper out to write down these Recomentals.
That's right. If you were thinking, no, I don't need this in my life, well,
nope. You're calling us on the Recomentals channel. Don't do that.
Oh shit! How did I? Okay, let's
just
hang that up. Oh shit! What did I do? Hold on. How did that happen? Okay. You know what it did?
There we go.
You know what it did, though? It did it. It assumed I'm making that channel ring. I didn't do it. I'm using
really?
I added them to this one, and it went, oh, you must mean this other room where we already have these 4 people hanging out.
That was my bad. That was my bad.
That was your dad? Oh, your bad.
My bad. My bad.
It was your dad.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you did. What'd you do? Did you join it and that's what did it?
I hit the wrong button.
Oh. Okay. Well, whatever that was, it was a mystery to me. Well, anyway, they're all here and now this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Oh, time to do Recomentals. We like doing these because we're all fans of quality content that is streaming on modern platforms, and we like to bring it to you here on the show. Joining us today, Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good morning stream. I'm doing really, really well. I had a 18-day vacation, and it was a vacation, and I am back from it.
Oh, well, that's good. And it sounds like you then success is what it sounds like to me. You did good.
Sure, I successfully returned.
Oh, well, that's good. Safe and well. Oh, did you? Were there some refrigerated meals waiting for you? How did that work out?
I have no idea.
Oh,
fortunately, I had a friend come pick it up after it was delivered, and we didn't even talk about it. I've completely forgotten to ask her how that food was.
Yeah, because she's probably eaten it all. I don't know.
Check in with me in a few days. I'll find out what she thought.
All right. That sounds awesome. Also with us, of course, Nicole Spag. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, fantastic. Missed you last week. You were busy doing important mom school things.
What was I doing? I can't keep up with myself.
Something for Mateo in school is all I remember. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
I can't remember what we did.
Look,
we
went
to the arch yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
No, I didn't go. My kids are braver than me. They went up to the top, and I was like, I'll stay down here.
So, do the arch rather, single arch?
Yeah, it's not. McDonald's hasn't co-opted the Gateway Arch yet.
There's a scene. So I don't know. This may be a non sequitur, but I was watching the reveal for the Starfield game that's coming out this fall, and there's a scene where they're kind of panning around this like ruined planet. And on this ruined planet is an exact looking replica of a giant St. Louis looking arch.
Is it intact?
It is, but it's all like look kind of hammered. And so I don't think it's supposed to be St. Louis. It's supposed to be some planet somewhere that's not Earth.
Oh, weird.
But I saw it and thought of you, and I went, well, that's weird. Why would you put that in there? But maybe they were just trying to make a cool arch and forgot that St. Louis had one. I don't know. It was a weird thing. I'm excited
because it's so unique. Like if you look at it was a contest that St. Louis, the National Park Service held for the monument. And if you look at the other entries, you're like, yeah, those are lame. Yeah. This one is so cool.
I didn't know there were other entries. I should check that out.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch, but they whittled it down to like 5, and in the museum now, they did a whole museum underneath the arch back in 2018.
Yeah.
They showcased those designs. It's actually a pretty cool place to go now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind visiting one day.
I went there as a little kid, went up the elevator into the arch, and but have not been as adult. And Tina's never been there, so it's definitely time for
and you went
road trip.
in. You go in at the base of the arch
and then go up? Yeah.
You don't do that anymore. You actually go further out into the middle. They have a welcome center that takes you through a really cool museum, and they have a theater, and they have virtual reality, and they have a store. And
really? And then the elevator goes up from there as opposed to up.
So then you get your tickets, and then you either go to the north side or the south side.
Oh,
and
okay.
They have loading times.
They want you to both.
It's really interesting.
They want you to enter and exit the gift shop. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me understand this. Brian, when you went, would the elevator curve up?
The elevator curved right up. Right up the.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So not a straight up, like I'm trying to picture how an elevator, I'm sure this is
but I think it's
more
still
common.
Like you're saying, Nicole, it still does that. You just go into the welcome center first, and then you go to one of the legs.
Yeah,
and go up the leg.
it's a little bit more organized and air conditioned now.
Oh gosh, yeah, I do remember that being a.
So and they have if you have claustrophobia, they have a little test pod that you can sit in to see.
Oh wow,
Wow.
That's cool. Actually, I like that.
That is cool.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
There you go.
Great time to go
Check
see
it
the
out
arch,
if you can.
everybody.
It's really-
Check it out.
really cool.
Speaking of claustrophobia, anybody have a desire to get into a tiny little submarine and go see things?
No.
Not right now. I don't.
Not right now. Not from whoever those guys are. I'm hoping against hope they find them alive.
Of course.
But if they do, I'm excited because then let the ridiculing commence because sounds like the dumbest expedition in the history of ever. But I really don't want those people dead.
Oh God, no.
No.
So the internet's being a little hard on them right now until
Imagine that.
Yeah, weird, right? Weird.
I just have a general opposition to the ocean, like just in general. I'm just like, I go snorkeling. I stay within like 100 meters of the shoreline.
Yeah,
that'll be my whole life if I'm lucky.
I'm with you.
Jaws as a kid. Is that?
Yeah.
Is it movies that might have? I know for me, it's a lot of movies like Jaws.
Well, no, actually, it's the video age, right? It's like going on TikTok and seeing yet another cruise ship in high seas and bad weather and people sliding around in the ballroom and like, yep, don't need to do that.
Oh, yeah, you did watch Triangle of Sadness, didn't you? I think we talked
also
about
saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man. I only have a problem when it's large bodies of water that seem endless from the sides and the depth. and I don't like that feeling when I think about it. If I'm in a lake, that's fine. River's fine, whatever. But the ocean is vast, you guys. It's big.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think I want to do that.
That part weirds me out or freaks me out. Yeah.
Don't like to think about it too much. In fact, on the cruise ship, I had to actually kind of force myself not to remind myself how far out from everything you were. And if you can do that successfully, it's not so bad. But if you're really hung up on that can be a problem.
Yeah, there's this thing that happens when you fly to Hawaii or back. When you look at the flight map and you see where the plane is,
I hate
and there's
that.
like a whole hour where there's nothing but blue.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's the one that really gets me. And I did that on our way to China and Tokyo. That feeling of being in the Pacific and having nothing on that map, even if you zoomed all the way out, that gave me the frickin' willies, dude. Don't like it. Well, now let's move from giving each other the willies to giving each other recommendations. All right, we're gonna start with Brian because that's the tradition. Brian, kick us off with your clip. What do you got?
The rule. It is in my contract. All right, this is something I may have recommended before. However, we have a new season of it. Yeah, that spoils it. It's a TV show, and you're going to hear just two voices of an amazing cast here in this little clip.
All right, here we go.
You may still be exposed. You need to watch yourself.
There are only 3 people who knew about my role in that. Rudy's never gonna talk, and the other 2 people are sitting right here, so I got nothing to worry about. I paid for my sins. You can't dig graves deep enough in this city to hide them from the storms. Water will get to the bodies every time. Only sure thing about the dirt beneath our feet is that it'll wash away one day. You asked me to bury something, and now, here we are. Shame on us for not knowing our city better.
It was a car, not a body.
It was a coffin with a set of headlights.
Okay, is it this guy right here? Hold on.
City council.
Do I have it here?
Maybe state senator.
Right, where did
And do we know what the long?
No, he's not doing it. But it's the shit guy, right? From the
for Cocaine Bear, The Wire.
Roy Whitlock?
Yeah.
Isaiah Whitlock.
I confuse him with Roy Wood. Sorry.
I do too. Those guys are almost the same.
Kind of are, yeah. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., that's who you're hearing there. And the other voice, of course, was Bryan Cranston, your Walter White. In a show that I think is, God, it is just nipping at the heels of being every bit as good as Breaking Bad. This is a show called Your Honor. Shitoutofluck.com. Your Honor, it's on Showtime, and it is a 2-season miniseries. So you've got your 2 seasons, you've got a complete story, you've got you don't have to worry about anything else coming up that you have to subscribe to and watch. This started in 2020, it just ended its 2nd season here recently, and stars Cranston as a New Orleans judge named Michael Desiato, who helps his son get out of a jam, and in doing so, causes kind of an avalanche of problems in much the same way as, Walter White's Family First methodology caused an avalanche of problems for him and the rest of the Whites as well. Kind of one of those, do the right thing, maybe you don't do it the right way, and then another problem comes up because you didn't, and then you have to do more things to fix the problem that you caused, and that might cause more problems. It is a fantastic, fantastic show. You've also got, so you heard Bryan Cranston and Isaiah Whitlock. You've also got Hope Davis, who I think has the best agent in Hollywood right now because she's in everything. She was in season 2 of Perry Mason. She's just been in everything recently, and she's
everything
she's
good is the main thing. She's just in
everything
all
good.
She's
She's getting good stuff. You also get ready, Margot Martindale. That's right. He was in the glass the whole time.
Oh, I love her. Yeah.
Yep. Margot Martindale. Maura Tierney, Rosie Perez, Shall I Keep Going? Amy Landecker, Benjamin Flores Jr. Do I keep going? Michael Stuhlbarg. You know him because he always plays a mafia guy, Michael Stuhlbarg, because he looks like a mafia guy. Guess who's playing in this one? He's playing Jimmy Baxter, the boss of an organized crime family. Yeah.
Shocker.
It is it is so good. God, what can I tell you? What else can I tell you about this?
Oh my gosh, Margot Martindale and Whitlock together again after the Cocaine Bear. My gosh, look at them working together again.
That's right. I forgot that those two were both in Cocaine Bear, and boy, oh boy, is this better than Cocaine Bear?
I'm ready to ship something with Margot Martindale and Isaiah Whitlock. I want them in a romance comedy. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's all the Margot stands out there that are doing this. Yeah. Anyway, it's on Showtime. It is called Your Honor, two 10-episode seasons, and my God, the benefit that you all have now, if you haven't watched this, to not have to wait between the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 for the amazing cliffhanger, the amazing ending that season 1 has that you're waiting for season 2. So freaking good.
Yeah, you had to wait almost 2 years for that.
I had to wait 2 years for it, and
it's a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's fantastic.
All right. Yeah, I haven't heard you this glowing about a thing in a while. I'm into it. I want to see it.
It's great. There won't be a third season. There won't be maybe a spinoff, sure, but it's been announced that it was going to be a 2-season deal, and
they knew how long it was going to run, and they did it, right?
And they did it exactly.
I like
really
that too. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Fan.
Your Honor on Showtime.
All right, Randy, over to you. Let's do this this clip you've got now. I guess this has a special description before we get going. What do you got going on?
Yeah, so
disclaimer. Yeah,
this is a Recomental. It's unfortunate because I was excited about this, and by the way, this is a really good time right now. Like if I could be positive for a moment, there's a new season of Strange New Worlds that just started, and the first episode was awesome. It was so freaking good, and we have Justified City Primeval coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like it's a really good time right now. So I was super excited when Discovery dropped the new Mark Rober TV show that I didn't even know he was making a TV show, and it's on Hulu. It's on Max now because Discovery, I guess, is part of HBO. I don't know, but so you watch it on Max. There's no ads. It's Mark Rober, and just play the clip. Let's just play it.
YouTube. For those at home who don't know, Rober is a YouTuber, right? That's his big claim to fame.
He's the guy. Yeah, I'll just set that up. He's the guy who invented the
glitter bomb.
The glitter bomb for porch pirates. Basically, the thing that you put on the porch as soon as the robber would take it and get in their car, this thing would explode glitter, fart smell, and cameras to record their reactions. And it is the the best thing ever. And now I guess we'll.
So one quick thing. Sure. Did they do this show through Discovery?
Yes.
Yeah, listen to the clip. You got to listen to the clip to understand just how bad this is.
Because Discovery, HBO, Warner, they're all the same thing now. So
yes. Well, no, I mean, yes, but Discovery, I had a friend who tried to get a TV show with them, and they're notorious at not paying for anything. And they're really, yeah.
I've even heard, I've heard Jamie Heineman has words for Discovery these days. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's play it. Here it is. Here's the clip.
Roll it. There's the culprit.
Oh, look at him. He's just pooping. That's a big dog.
Yeah, it's a big dog, but what?
Oh, no. Oh,
No. He's still on the floor.
Oh, that's awful.
This is a thing. You see how slippery that was?
What?
This guy. We need to avenge him and the thousands just like him all across the world.
Yeah.
So how do we get all these hygiene challenged people to clean up their act? Dangerous behavior calls for disgusting revenge. I want to build a highly realistic remote control dog that actually shoots fake poop at people to get their attention. And if that doesn't get their attention, nothing will.
So it sounds pranky to me. Sounds pranky and bad.
Such a great, that clip is the perfect one to tell people what to expect with this.
I just want to say, like, it's called Mark Rober's Revengeneers. And so you know what you're getting from the title. And by the way, he found some really great sidekicks. There's three other people on this show. Their names are Thea, Stephanie, and Alan, and I love them. And they deserve so much better than this garbage. They are like, because this is a take on Mythbusters. Only they're not busting any myths at all. And they're claiming to be getting, like revenge on people in public doing morally questionable things. But every single person you see who gets revenge taken on them is an actor. It's a person who has signed up for this. And it's just
you don't want the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
because
so unfortunate.
So many people sent, because they know about my movie complaints, so many people sent me the clip of what they do to people in movies who get out their phones or talk, and I was like, oh great, oh my god, this is going to be so good. And then you watch and it's like, well, that person, you can clearly see they're like TikTok reacting to what's happening to them. And
it's what's sad about that whole episode is it all takes place in the movie theater. They go over the things we all hate, and then their solutions for it are so uninspired. They're just like you have these amazing engineers, like and the problem is that Mark Rober has set himself up to fail by being so great on YouTube for so long. We're like 8 years into Mark Rober, who is the person who cracked the nut of how you do this, right? How you get a huge audience and how you make a super entertaining 9-minute video, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's just, it doesn't work on TV. And also pranks, man. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Exactly.
I can't do
pranks.
He's not the only one doing this. So there's a guy, Dude Dad, who's in Colorado. He's actually in Fort Collins, and he's partnered up with the Magnolia Network. So his show is on Max as well.
Taylor Kamlis or Kalmus. Okay.
And he's a funny guy. He kind of does a lot of like cool, like he made his kids a roller coaster in their backyard. But again, these Discovery, and we've even been approached to do a show. We're like, what the hell? We're doing our show. We're already doing our show. Exactly. What do you want to do? We always have these TV people contact us saying, what's your ideas? We're doing our idea. So it's funny to see all of these YouTubers trying to convert to TV. It's really wild to watch. So Dude Dad is another one that's out there.
Again, Mythbusters set the standard, and they set the bar really, really high. But this could have been a show where we brought these amazing engineers together to engineer cool shit, and they didn't at all. There's not I watched and watched. I'm like, there's going to be something cool. Like, there's going to be something that you would never expect, right? Because like Mark Rober in the past has done these amazing things, like building a robot that kicks a football with a foot as farther than a human could, and this kind of thing. And like, no, they don't even refer to any of his old stuff. It's so sad.
This movie theater thing. Oh, they're clever enough to create a thing that dumps popcorn, like using a claw, like almost the claw game kind of thing, on the person who's got their phone out. And where I stopped watching was, the blasphemy at a farmer's market of somebody who takes a grape.
Right. Well, it takes more than one when the sign says only take one. Yeah. Wow.
More than one sample. I know the horrible humanity that does that. They actually have a hidden boxing glove that comes out and punches them in the face when they take too many items.
Wow.
Wow. And punches this poor actor in the face who was so sadly not expecting it at all.
No, he was absolutely not in on it.
Is Dude Dad's new show.
Okay, cool. That looks more interesting than this. And I apologize that we've gone as long as we have on this, because it is a Recommental. We should have just skipped through it really quickly.
You can say it's meant for us. I don't think it's meant for us.
I watched it with my 13-year-old. It was.
Oh, did he not like it either?
No, he just drifted right out of the room. Didn't really.
So the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, there are no critic reviews, but the audience reviews at 82%, and that makes me just think that there's an army of YouTube fans for him that are going to go and love it no matter what he does. So I don't know how we gauge this thing.
Just Watch is pulling 38% from something. I don't know what Just Watch gets this number from, but 38% makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
it's not really a show for anybody in particular, but it's not inspired.
38, I think is
you're much better off watching his YouTube channel, and you should watch his YouTube channel. Is great. He's brilliant. The stuff he does.
I think the 38 is where are they getting that? I guess you can vote on stuff inside of Just Watch if you sign up. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I think that's what that is, because that's their logo there. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
Sounds
I tried,
bad,
guys.
No, look,
It's okay.
Dude, I hate prank YouTube.
You
like
made it
nobody's
longer
business.
than I did in that show. It sounds like,
and it's a bummer because his stuff isn't prank on YouTube. It's more, proper revenge.
Right. It's problem solving.
Right, it's problem
Exactly.
solving. But when you try to, he's basically put a layer of prank on it for the show, and that immediately turns. I have no interest in public pranks. Can't stand them of any kind. Even if the people are in on it. You know what? Even worse if they're in on it.
it's even worse if the people are in on it. And and trying to justify the pranks with here's what they did to deserve it.
Yeah, that's not at all interesting.
I could go on. There's so many examples, but let's just let it go. It wasn't great.
All right.
Yeah.
Nicole, let's get to yours. This is something I think a couple of us have seen, and I think we all loved it. I'm curious to hear what you say, but here's your clip, and then we'll talk about it.
Once the dead man is revived, we can ask him 5 questions, at which point he will die again, never to be re-revived.
Were you killed in the Battle of the Everett?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
So this is on Paramount Plus. It's streaming. It's the new Dungeons and Dragons. What's the tag after
Honor
it?
Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves. You heard Chris Pine, and the guy from Detective Pikachu. Oh, I can't remember his name. He was the main guy in Detective Pikachu. Because I was like, the whole time I'm watching this movie going, I recognize him. Where do I recognize him from?
Which guy? Which actor? I don't know who.
The main actor.
The thief, not Chris Pine, but the younger thief guy.
Was he a mage?
Oh, you're talking about the wizard kid. Okay, the sorcerer. He's a sorcerer.
Yeah, the sorcerer.
Justice Smith.
I guess I haven't seen Detective Pikachu, so I was already barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, I still haven't seen it. Just haven't seen it.
Movie.
I haven't gotten around to it. Just haven't never.
Oh my God.
It's on the list of things I haven't seen.
This generation's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Scott.
Oh, it's way better.
I've heard great things about it. I haven't avoided it. I haven't not wanted to see it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I will.
It's really, it's really the Pokemon equivalent of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Really,
It is.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean that's the key here. The thing I loved most about this Honor Among Thieves was how truthfully they played with the tropes, and they did it in such a fun, easy way that this is an actual spell that you can use. If you have it in Dungeons and Dragons to talk to the dead, you only get so many questions you can ask, and after that, they're gone. And they use that to such great, amazing comedic effect. I didn't expect it to work. Like, it actually was freaking funny and not tropey or dumb. I loved it. It's such a great movie.
I loved it. I loved how they set up the story. I loved the character development. I remember the 1990s version of it with who the hell was it? I was gonna say Daniel Day-Lewis, but that's not right.
Oh no, you're not talking about the not the Tom Hanks movie. That was a different thing, right?
Not Mazes and Monsters. The
was there
not the one with Willie Ames.
Jeremy
there was an
Irons.
83 one with Willie Ames. Yeah, there it is.
Jeremy Irons. It was not good. It was just. Oh, it was in 2000. I was thinking it was in the 90s. I mean, close enough.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good.
No.
And so you kind of have that in, if you've seen that one, you're like, where are they going to take this? And Mark and I watched it, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised by a few surprise actors that showed up that I had to look them up to go, is that really who I think it is?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
One very specifically that I'm glad wasn't spoiled for me.
Yeah, same. That one has shocked me. And it,
Yeah, right?
it took me about 5 minutes. I was like, wait a minute.
Me
Who am I
too.
looking
Oh,
at?
really?
Yeah.
I heard the voice and I'm like, that can't be. And I had to pull out IMDb immediately.
Yeah, that
same,
was wild.
same.
Totally wild. It's good though.
So fun, just a fun, lighthearted, funny. I keep on saying fun, but it was just
is
a lot of fun.
And
It's fun.
Tina's not a Dungeons and Dragons player by any stretch of the imagination, and she really enjoyed it. She doesn't know a D20 from a face. What's the dangly thing that apparently I don't even know the yeah, she doesn't know that from a gelatinous cube. There we go. She doesn't know a D20 from a gelatinous cube, and she enjoyed it.
That's good.
It was yeah.
My wife
Highly
especially
recommended.
liked this Regé Jean Page, this dude from
Reggae John.
however you
Reggae
say it.
John.
That guy. I'll just say this: his class, all right, his D&D class.
Yeah.
I cannot think of them nailing that any better than they did. And that's not a spoiler. The character he plays a class in the game, and they nailed it so hard. I could not stop laughing at that guy. And also, my wife thinks he's the handsomest human being on the
Well,
planet.
sure. We were all told to think that by Bridgerton.
And I loved Hugh Grant in this. We should mention him. He was
Hugh Grant was perfect.
Yeah.
Sophia Lillis.
Yeah.
I
Oh, she's
almost didn't
great.
recognize her. She was in one of my favorite shows that got canceled on Netflix. I recommended it called I'm Not Okay with This.
Right?
Which is a
she's so great.
superhero.
Coming of age superhero
Yeah.
show.
I'm still
Yes.
pissed at Netflix
good.
for that one. That one
Yeah.
really choffed my cheese. That's not even a phrase. I made it up. That
She was also in It.
Yeah, she was the
two-
girl.
The two It movies.
She was the girl in the first It movie. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And she's in the upcoming Asteroid City.
I
Wes
want to
Anderson's
see.
Asteroid
I
City.
totally want to see that. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Has it come out yet?
It's this weekend.
Hasn't come out yet.
This weekend.
or
No,
next?
maybe it's limited release this weekend. I can't remember.
Maybe.
It's soon though.
Yeah.
Michelle
City.
Rodriguez also totally nailed it. I really liked her
Yep.
in this.
Yeah.
Everybody was great. And Chris Pine's easy to say, well, he's their main guy, so he's fine. He's actually really comedic and funny in this. Like
He
really
is.
good.
Yeah.
Do you know what Chris Pine's fans are called?
No.
Pine
Hold on.
nuts.
Pine
Oh
nuts.
my god.
Pine nuts.
Oh, the poor guy. The poor guy.
By
I
the
don't
way,
like that at all.
Asteroid City is in wide release.
Oh, it is?
I've got movie times for it today in my
Oh.
local theaters.
Also, Daisy Head is Sofina.
I'll
Really good.
see you guys in a couple hours.
Yeah,
then.
see you then. Bye now. All right, let's end things with
Yeah.
mine today. It is a very different deal. And did you mention it's Paramount Plus, right? That's where that's
Yep,
at.
Paramount Plus. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They are very happy
Super
on
easy.
Paramount Plus, by the way. As soon as you finish Honor Among Thieves, they immediately feed you about 10 Chris Pine films. Starting with Star Trek. Sorry, what?
Have you seen this new thing they're doing where they put up ads if you pause?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's
yes.
You know what's
Yeah.
irritating? If you do it on a browser and you have a blocker installed, it will show it. It still tries to show you ads, but just gives you a blank page. It's really dumb.
Oh, interesting.
Annoys the hell out of me. All right, here is one I saw on Netflix. So we really spread ourselves out. Showtime, we got the Hulu and the whatnot. Now we got the Netflix and the Paramount Plus. My Netflix documentary went in going, this will be interesting. Came out going, this is my favorite doc of the year, and I must have all my friends see it. You must see this.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel like you say that a lot. I'm
I
excited.
do. For this one, for real. All those other times I was lying. This time, for real. Anyway, here it is, and I'll explain.
My whole life, I had this unusual talent that I could see things very clearly in front of me. If I can see it, then it must be achievable. The idea was to sculpt the body to your will, to do the things that everyone calls impossible. And that gives you the will. And no doubt that you could make new visions, not only become a reality, but go beyond your dreams.
All right. This is the documentary on Netflix called Arnold.
Yeah.
And
I
it
thought it was
is
Fubar. Or
No,
is that a
that's
different thing?
That's a show.
That's a fictional show.
Yeah, that's just
starring
a-
Arnold that also came out.
Yeah.
my gosh, it's so
recently on
confusing.
Netflix.
On the Arnold Network.
Yeah, everything's
Oh my
coming
God.
up. Everything's coming up Arnold on Netflix. In fact, I guess
Yeah,
they
kind of screwed me up on quicktms.l because I thought it was Fubar. you were
Yeah,
recommending.
definitely haven't watched Fubar yet. I want to, but
Yeah.
this is Arnold's life documentary, And I went in thinking this is going to be self-serving. This is going to be a little bit of navel gazing. This is going to be a lot of that. What I just played makes it sound like, okay, we're just going to hear about the genius that is Arnold Schwarzenegger and his career. It is not that. It is, but it isn't. It's his accomplishments, his achievements, how he got there, what he did, every step of the way from, and it's basically 3 chunks. The first episode is all about the bodybuilding phase, his youth through the bodybuilding phase, through his 20s and 30s. And how all that panned out. The second one is all about his shift to acting and the acting career, all the way from garbage like Hercules in New York to actually hitting it big with finally with Conan the Barbarian was the first big one, and then from Conan to meeting James Cameron, getting the job on Terminator. You guys will not believe some of the trivia around like I'll be back and why that term is what it is and how it became what it is. Like it's insane. They get into True Lies, the depression, the utter depression and wrecking that Last Action Hero was in his life. He had a really hard time with that.
Why did he have? That's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's great, but it tanked hard in the box office.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. You'll also hear, and you get it out of both their mouths because Stallone is in this documentary. Sylvester Stallone and Arnold had a legit rivalry, and I don't just mean a fun, playful one. Like they hated each other's guts. They were constantly trying to outdo each other in the 80s. They could not stay at the same parties. Like a Hollywood party would happen. They were both there, and one of them would have to leave. They couldn't be in the same room. Just hated each other. Now they're like besties, best of friends. And they talk all about that whole rivalry, what it meant, what it was, who won really, that kind of thing. And then it goes into, when that ends, it goes into his political career. And that's the final episode where you get most of the political stuff, his time as governor of California, and then it ends on a lot of personal notes. What I was worried about going into this was it was just going to be all the glitz and none of the behind the scenes stuff, and it's not. They don't hold punches, and they don't hold back on his major mistakes in his life, including his affair in '96 that produced a son that he hid for years from his wife. And what that did to his family and where he's at now with all of that and his relationship with his kids and Maria Shriver for that matter and all this stuff. They're not afraid to, when I say they, the filmmakers, but I also mean him. He's not afraid to look into the camera and admit it's the biggest mistake he ever made in his life and he would change it if he could and like all this kind of stuff. Anyway, it's so good. And if you're even remotely a fan of Terminator or any of his career, or you just want to see this interesting thing from Austrian kid with abusive dad and the culture at the time in Austria post-war and what all that meant for him growing up, all the way to this end where I actually prefer old Arnold. I really like him old and crusty. I think there's something special there. They even get into why he's into the donkeys, Brian, why he's like hanging out with his donkeys all the time.
Oh, good. Why he has donkeys eating off his kitchen table.
Yeah, he goes out and scoops their poop every day. He explains why he loves doing that. He doesn't hire anyone to do it. Anyway, it was one of the most intensely cool documentaries I've seen in a very long time. And I can't recommend this one enough. It's very, very, very good. Even if you're not an Arnold fan, it's a fascinating story about his life and where it all went. And he's really candid in a way I didn't expect. I thought this would be a lot of fronting, and it wasn't. It was
I have thought more than once about coming on here and making my Recomental his latest YouTube video, right? Because like about once a year, he sits and real solemnly talks to a camera about fascism or something, and they're like super powerful and moving, but they're contained. It's like a 12-minute video,
right?
And I was just thinking, well, I hope this documentary isn't 2 hours of that.
It's not. In fact, you only really he talks about some of that toward the end of episode 3. As kind of the stage he's in now, where he can use his influence to try to make a difference, and he uses it in political ways, uses it still in youth groups and stuff, and he's still very involved in Special Olympics and all this kind of stuff. But then also still doing some movies here and there. Talks about what that means when you age and when you're not the mega $100 million box office weekend star that you used to be. Like there's just some lessons in it that are, I think, scalable. You can scale them down to kind of your own life. And I freaking loved it. I really liked it, you guys. You got to see it. It's great. It's called Arnold. It's available now on Netflix and is absolutely worth, I think, 3 hours or
and
so
you
of your
get
time.
to see Whiskey and Lulu. That's what's important here.
You get to see them.
Whiskey
Yes,
and
you
Lulu.
get to see Whiskey and Lulu. You get to
I
see
didn't
him.
realize they had names. Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
Well, of course they have
he
names, yeah.
TikToks those things all the time. But he also smokes a lot of cigars. And he talks about
stogies.
Yeah, stogies. And he talks about how the cigar industry, he doesn't, they talk about how the cigar industry like exploded when he started smoking cigars in public.
Jeez,
They
really?
talk about how there was no Humvee until he forced GM's hand to make a consumer Humvee, and why he thought that was important at the time, and how some of that stuff he regrets now. And it's crazy. It's a really crazy look at a very complex dude who we all just kind of go, Arnold, like we kind of make fun of him a lot, but it's just a deeper thing, and it's great. Really, really good. So anyway, check it out. Netflix is where you'll see that. And if you want to find out where we put all of these, or where we saw all of these today, go to quicktms.li, which is up now. And I think that'll do it. Nicole, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This is always fun.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Tell Mark.
Always fun.
Tell Mark hi. I like. Tell him I'm really fond of his woodworking. Tell him that.
Well, how about
I
this?
can't
You know
wait
what?
to see him on Discovery Go.
Yeah.
Right?
I honestly don't think we'll ever get there. We've had our chance, and
I'm kidding.
You may not need to, because you gotta have an awesome.
You guys have your own empire. It's working.
It's
It's working.
It's all right.
You got your own.
You
cool
want
thing
you want me
going.
to ask him to build you something?
Yeah, make me
Well, no, you'd have to come up with it right now. Think about it.
Think about it. I want Mark to make something cool that I can show off and then praise his.
Well, you have the dice tower. Didn't I send you a
Yeah, I
dice
love
tower?
the dice tower. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I use it every time I
All
roll
right.
dice.
Well, think about it.
I used that dice tower when I played I don't remember the name of the game, but we played a game that had a lot of dice in it with family. I used his dice tower for that even. And it was just regular 6-sided dice, but we didn't care. We used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Right. It's fun.
Tell him hi. Best of the family. We'll see you soon. Randy, same to you, man.
Dude, we had such a good episode on Moonfall. Underworld.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why did I call it that? Underworld. And I am really looking forward to this upcoming one on Guilty Pleasure movies. I'm so excited.
Yeah, our Guilty Pleasure special airs this weekend. While Brian's out sweating on a bike, you're going to hear all about Guilty Pleasure films and how we define those.
Amazingly, I'm able to do that episode and not have heavy breathing or any sort of exertion from being on a bike this Saturday while we're recording that episode. It'll be amazing for people to hear it.
It'll be crazy.
It almost sounds like you're in a hotel room rather than on a bike.
Almost. Yeah, that's
not entirely. You have to really think about it, but yeah, it's almost like you're there. Randy, always good to talk to you. We'll see you for that, and have a good week. Hey, Brian, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
I mean, we're sort of done. We got
stuff to talk about still, like a little post show.
Yeah,
stuff.
we got a little thing here and there.
I could tell people because we didn't have in the opening or in the intro to the news. New episode of Soundography just went up, all about fake bands. Your Spinal Tap, your Josie and the Pussycats, your Scotty Don't Know, all of those fake bands, which if they're so fake, how come we're hearing music from them? Think about that. So answer that question. Actually, Hammond and I answer that question on soundography.com.
Very nice. Go check it out. Also, I just put up a video yesterday for Core Daily at youtube.com/Scott Johnson that I want people to see because it's short, but it's kind of a more personal one. I went and did some video footage of this old arcade cabinet my dad built in the 80s. And it was the basis of what would become his arcade business. But at the time, he was just building 1 or 2 machines at a time. And he machined and finished these cocktail, they're stand-up models as well. I don't have any of those. But the cocktail version of what I think in there, I think the main board's a Galaxian or something. I'm not entirely sure because it won't boot. But I'm going to gut that thing, take all the old components out of it, and make it work again. Anyway, so I did some filming of that, and people I don't think have seen that thing up close. So go check that out. That video just went up yesterday over at youtube.com/Scott Johnson. Frogpants.tv will get you there as well, so check it out. All right, that's going to do it for us. Patreon.com/TMS is where you support us. Don't worry, there's no nickel and diming there. We're literally giving you what you pay for over there. There's no, hey, want to do a little extra sub for the thing that we should be giving you for free? We give you a ton of free stuff over there, right? That's what I'm saying.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Lots of it, and we only do a monthly, so it's crazy what we've done. Go take advantage of us. There's no commercials ever, pre-show content every day, couch parties on the weekend, art in the mail, and other great benefits.
Many benefits.
Many benefits that you can have by signing up at whatever level you want at patreon.com/TMS. Now we can go, but I don't know if we can go until we have a song, right? That's the deal.
No, yeah, exactly. Have to do this first. It's a rule. Barbara wrote in, said, my husband Kevin and I celebrate our 33rd anniversary on June 16th. Since this is a Friday, any day will work. Well, I'm taking advantage of that, Barbara. Barbara, they're coming to get you. Please play a cover of one of the top songs from 1990. I really like bluegrass style or something happy. It is a celebration after all. I leave it in your capable hands to select the song.
Nice.
So, Barbara, first off,
happy anniversary. Yeah, it's great.
As we discussed in the pre-show, one of the top songs from 1990 was this little unknown track from a band called Poison called Unskinny Bop. And you want bluegrass? I got your bluegrass. This is from the Bluegrass Tribute to Poison, which is either Iron Horse or Cornbread Red. This one I don't know. I don't know which band it is, but those are the two who do all the Pickin' On series stuff for those albums. So here is Unskinny Bop by Poison.
Get more at frogpants.com.
We got scores.
You know what I'd like to hear? I'd like to hear from the parent of the kid who did that. His name is Sebastian, and he sent us that in 2011.
Yeah. What does this kid now sound 12 years later?
Yeah.
What does he sound like?
Was he like 17, 18? Something like that?
Oh, we got scooters. We got scooters, man, and some weed.
I don't know what else to say, but I want to know.
Yeah.
If you're a listener, or if you are the listener who is responsible for that child, let us know. We'd love to hear how he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, we are at that stage of title selection at frogpants.showbot.tv. You guys have been good enough in the chat to go submit a bunch of titles. Huge thanks once again to BioCow for this continually being such a useful tool. We really, really appreciate it.
Can't Explain the Balls is number one, and I'm trying to remember what the reference was. Can't Explain the Balls.
Oh, probably those cheese balls and how good they are.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's probably it. She took some.
The
She
morning-
took some literary license. There.
The morning sneeze. I don't think both. Oh, we did both sneeze during the show. That's right. It was after you started that I said hello, 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 and then I sneezed.
Oh
Yeah.
right.
All right.
I also like bread bag Karen. That's real strong.
I'm not that grossed out by man wieners.
Yeah, that's a good one. You have a nipple problem.
You have a nipple problem. It's capitalized.
Oh, you have a nipple problem. All right. Good job, Lucky Phil.
Gross Point Scott Blank. That's a good. That'd be a good show title, actually.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Show me a wrinkly elbow.
Yep, that's good. The ocean is
Lucky
canceled.
Phil.
Yeah, Lucky Phil got a whole run of these here, man. Nice
Yeah.
job.
Giving each other the willies with Recomentals is also good.
I like, I'm masticating here. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's good. Yeah. It was an A+ pre-show for patrons, Icor. It totally was. That's not even a, that's not just a show title. It's a fact.
That's a statement
Fact.
of truth. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. Let's see.
Doesn't know a D20 from a gelatinous cube. Thank you, Zoe.
Breaded cheese balls or cheesy bread balls. We got a lot of balls. I like that
A
one.
lot of
but-
balls and bread.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go down the breath aisle.
We need a Tom thing.
Genie. I like that. I like the genie one.
The breath aisle.
Yeah, it made me laugh. Yeah, we need a Tom thing and a recommend. Oh, did we have recommendals already? Did we do one? No.
We have Recomentals, yeah.
What did we use? Oh, giving
We
each other the
used,
willies. Got it.
The willies, yeah. Message in a forum.
Yeah. Probably have to end up
Yeah.
at a yeah.
Cat ass trophy.
Nose whistle. That's just fun to say.
Got any more of that Canadian smoke?
All right, Tom, are you in here?
Yeah, everybody wants to sell you something with Tom.
Yeah, do that. And that
Cool.
gives us 17.
That's
That is
17.
perfect.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Okay. I'm going to.
I think I like Gross Point Scott Blank.
You know what? I do too. Why isn't checked only working? Oh, there we go. It is working. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Cool. That was a fun topic today too. That was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Export to desktop. All right, Brian. I need from you, if you don't mind, a selfie.
I will comply with a selfie production. So this little guy.
Yeah, you got a little something there.
Yeah, you got a little something.
Well, that's excellent. Let's see here. We're going to copy these over.
This one will be a timer. I'll do this one with the timer, so I can have both hands in it.
That's a great idea.
And I'm going to take off my headset, so if you say anything, I won't hear it.
And you won't throw up.
I won't throw up.
Nope. All right. Copy, paste, space. I'll delete that.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy.
It really is just that easy. We make it look simple here. TMS. Oh, it's a good one, eh?
It's good. It's good.
Is it as good as the extra thumb on Iggy Pop? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. That can we use that for my thumbnail today?
So gross.
Because
the way I've cropped it here. Let me give you the proper crop.
Yeah, because if you crop off the top of his pants a little bit more.
Yeah, you get rid of the side of that hand. There it is. Look at that.
I'm a real wild one.
Wildwood.
I got my wiener.
Oh, that's great. That's so good.
All right, let's do the read.
Okay.
Gotta turn this down. There we go. All right, reading coming in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS. You can't explain the balls.
The morning sneeze.
I'm not that grossed out by man wieners.
Bread bag Karen.
You have a nipple problem.
Show me a wrinkly elbow.
The ocean is canceled.
Doesn't know a D20 from a gelatinous cube.
Let's go down the breath aisle.
Got any more of that Canadian smoke?
Message in a forum, yeah.
Yeah. Cat-ass trophy.
Nose whistle.
Everybody wants to sell you something with Tom.
Giving each other the willies with Recomentals and more on this episode of The Morning Stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No real errors in today's game. You know?
No, it was solid. Our game was solid.
Solid game. How many?
I said bread bag Karen, Free Rangers. I didn't say Brad bag Karen.
No, you said bread. You said bread. I heard bread.
I said bread.
Do you? What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask you a question.
Well, I'm going on a long ride. I'm going on.
Oh,
a
that's what I was gonna
10-miler.
ask. That's what I was gonna ask. I assume you're gonna be riding, right?
10-mile endurance ride today, 25-mile endurance ride tomorrow, and no ride Friday. No ride on Friday.
Why is it every time there's 3 of those together, it sounds like the No Lieutenant Yard line?
It feels like it just needs to go there. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I'm excited for your run. Even the 30 miles still sounds like a lot to me, and
it is a lot. It should sound like a lot because it is a lot.
It's a whole lot, but don't forget, people. What is it? Cover bike. What is it? What's the website?
Bike Coverville 2023. So tiny.cc/Bike Coverville 2023.
There's still time to go and donate. So
you totally can. Yeah.
Get in there. It's MS. We don't like it. We'd like to kill MS. All right, that's the goal. Brian, have a fantastic ride. All right, y'all.